Good morning and welcome to Mile Monsters Inc., our Wednesday in review. Today is Wednesday, March 8th, and as you notice, I am not in my office. I am in sunny Florida, enjoying the sunshine. Came down for bike week. Now I'm over at my parents' house. So that's why the background is screened in porch and not my pictures that you normally see. So I'm doing this from the road, and today what we're going to be reviewing is life itself. So to jump into that, and you're probably wondering how you review life, I'm just going to give a little review and jump in and talk about some things, the value of it, what brings it value, and how to protect it. So with that, I want to jump in and get started. And as everybody knows, you know, we all ride motorcycles, we all pound miles, and you know, motorcycle riding gives you a sense of freedom, a sense of being alive. The view from a motorcycle is unlike anything else. Open air all around you. Everything is within, you know, reaching out and touching it. So it's great. But with that comes some risk. And your life is on the line sometimes. And I always ask people, like, what is the value you put on your life? Because I laugh sometimes. I see people who are riding a motorcycle with crappy tires. And I ask them, like, why don't you get new tires put on? Well, the tires are $400. I can get a few more miles on this. And I always say, so your value of your life is $400. That's what you don't want to spend to protect your life, because if you blow a tire out at 85 miles an hour with a passenger, that doesn't end well. You know, and then they think about it like, well, I don't want to, you know, get into it. So I would say, if your value of your life is $400, maybe, you know, maybe this lifestyle is not for you. So, you know, everybody has a value. And, you know, would you play Russian roulette for $1 million? If you say no, would you play it for 500 million, 30 million, $1 billion? What's the number you would play Russian roulette for? That's the value you put on your life. Because a 1 in 6 chance is pretty good odds it ends. I'm not taking that chance. For me, there's no number. I enjoy life too much. There's not a chance. And I enjoy life way more than I enjoy money. But if I had somebody sick, you know, you told me that to save my wife or to save my best friend, I needed to come up with $30 million by next Tuesday, then I would be playing Russian roulette for $30 million, because I would put that value on my life. But that's kind of what I mean when the value on your life. You know, I wear a climb helmet. This is my helmet right here, which I'm going to be getting a new one now that they're in stock. But I did a review on helmets. You can read about that or watch that. But a helmet, these helmets cost money. A good helmet is going to cost you between $400 and $1,000 for a good quality helmet. And I put a lot of value on me not licking windows, and I don't want a head injury that turns me into a bigger asshole than I am. So I wear a helmet. And I don't always wear a helmet. There's times you'll see me rolling around. It's not that I'm being a hypocrite. Sometimes I don't want to wear a helmet. I'm not feeling it, and I don't wear it. I try to wear it, especially when risks are high. I always wear a helmet, and I wear a quality helmet. Last year, I did need a helmet. I took a shot right there at 80 miles an hour, which would be right in my jaw. I don't know if that would have killed me or not, but it definitely would have rearranged my face a bit, and, you know, would have been eating soup and been on a liquid diet for a while. So I do watch that. I do wear gear now. I never did before, but if you're going to do the long distance riding and put in serious miles down, you have to think about what it takes to do that. Climb gear, a nice helmet, boots, because you're increasing your availability for problems. If you're somebody who rides 1,000 miles a year, your risks are much less than somebody that rides 100,000 miles a year. So there's things that you really have to watch. And this is another thing that I carry on me, that I know some people have it. I actually wear this all the time, but this is a tourniquet. It's a tourniquet that I have strapped on my body all the time when I ride. I try to never ride without this, because if you go down and you hit something and you lose a leg, the clock is ticking. The minute that leg separates from your body, that clock is ticking. And when that sand runs out in that hourglass, it's over with. It's too late to find a tourniquet, too late to do anything. You're not relying on a paramedic getting there in the middle of nowhere. I am prepared to take this tourniquet out and stop the bleeding at whatever limb I lost. I am a firm believer in life before limb, meaning you save my life, even if that cost me one of my limbs. Some people are like, try to save that limb, and if I die on the operating table, you know, that's better than losing my leg. That's not me. I will gladly sacrifice a leg or an arm if that's what it takes to survive. So have a tourniquet, and don't make the mistake of leaving this on your bike. Too many people have first aid kits, tourniquets, things that will save their life, blood clots, blood clotting powders. I also carry that. But if you keep this on your bike, if you lose a leg at the knee, below the knee, lose an arm at the elbow, whatever the case is, you're not getting to your bike. If you were in an accident that cost you a limb, you are not going to get to your bike. I can tell you that from experience. I could not get to my bike that was easily seen. And if I could have got there, I would have bled to death before I did. I pulled this tourniquet out because I was worried about my artery in my leg being severed. And I was pulling it out. I practiced this tourniquet. I'm right-handed. I practiced taking this off and putting it on with my left hand. So I always know in worst case scenario, I can operate the thing. So that is a big suggestion to me. If you value your life, I would keep a tourniquet. Nobody likes the idea of losing an arm, but people really do not like the idea of death. So that is one thing that I advise everybody to carry. Carry first aid kit. That's where you get cut, things like that. You can go to your bike and fix yourself, no problem. You fall off. But a life or death, you need it on you. Find a way to keep that tourniquet on you. The same with the blood clot. You won't get to your bike. And even if you get to your bike may be so demolished, you'll never find it. So don't think that when a bike accident happens, you're just going to go over, open up your saddlebag, and everything's going to be there. My stuff looked like a yard sale. It was scattered out for 40 yards across a boulder field. So try to imagine you're so hurt you're going to die, and you have to search through a boulder field or grass, woods, whatever the case is. You're lucky to be alive. Don't die because you were ill prepared. The other thing that I decided to go with is the spot wallet. This spot tracker right here, this is another thing you decide what the value is to you. I decided to go with this model because I can text and email anywhere in the world. Now I'm a pretty active guy. I like to do things that are on the edge and involve things much outside of the motorcycle world. I hunt and I fish, I explore, I do all kinds of things like that. So I got this model and I was really thinking about hunting trips. I hunt in Colorado, I hunt in Minnesota, in the middle of nowhere. My father is getting older, so I wanted to have this. I can give it to him or I can have it when I'm out. But you can communicate with anybody with this. And if something happens to you, you open that up, press the button right there, and emergency services are notified that there is an emergency. With this particular model, they will contact you via email or text, but you'll see it on the screen, and they'll ask you if you have helicopter needs, life or death, or if you're just down and you need some, the police to show up and, get you out of there, whatever. But you'll be able to tell them the level of your injuries. If you're somebody who rides on, around town or major interstates, this is something you're probably not going to need. But if you're somebody who rides out in the boondocks by yourself in the middle of the night in places that don't get a lot of traffic, I would suggest looking into this. They have all kinds of plans per month, but you can buy this for a couple $100 and for $20 a month. I think $14 a month is their lowest plan for this model. You can have the peace of mind of being able to get a hold of anybody, anytime, anywhere in the world. I can take this to Europe, take it anywhere. It will always work. I can send texts and emails, like I said. And it has pre-programmed messages to send. So every night I can send a message to my wife, I stopped for the night. Just a pre-programmed, whatever it is, the people on there, and you can have choices of, I think it's 10 different things on there from the pre-program. So that's something to look at, and it keeps track of where you are all the time. If you give somebody the link to this, they can follow you all the time. And these trackers are incredibly accurate. When you're off the road, it will show that you're off the road. So that if there's a problem, somebody can help you. So those are kind of the things that I would just want people to think about: their life, the value of it, how you want to protect it, what is important to you. If you want to protect your head from head injury, your body from road rash, your legs from amputation, whatever it is, they're real life issues. They're real life things that happen to people. Don't think that it's not going to happen to you. Also, don't live in such fear that you don't go do something. If you're in such great fear of dying, you will never live. I respect the idea that I'm going to die someday, but I don't fear it, and I don't go through extra precautions to avoid it at all costs. That's not me, but that might be you. But if it is, you know, put it to the side. Everybody dies. Nobody watching this is going to get out of here alive. So until then, I'm just postponing it until I'm an old man. I want to do it in a bed somewhere nice and cozy next to the ocean, maybe, but not on my bike. But that's that. That is life. Get out and enjoy it. And the only other thing I want to add is MedJet. Look into that. MedJet is a program that most of the long distance riders have. Most of the whole K riders have it. That is a program that if something happens to you, they will medically evac you to a hospital of your choice. So if you crash in Podunk, North Dakota, and they can't put your leg together, but in Philadelphia, they can, and save your leg and your life, they will get you to that hospital to take care of you. If you got some kind of medical emergency with your heart, you need to get to the Mayo Clinic, you can get to the Mayo Clinic with that. So check out MedJet. It is a great product for people who spend a lot of time away from home, and they have programs for if you're just in the 48 states, the lower 48, or if you're somebody who travels the world. So look at that program, but MedJet, I highly recommend that. So with that, I'm going to say peace out, enjoy life, get out and live. Don't be afraid of dying, but be prepared while you're out on the road. Take the precautions you're going to need to help save your life. Peace.